Hey there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. I'm your host, PattSun, and today we're gonna be taking a look at r/surviving infidelity, where OP is now learning the consequences of his dumb decisions. Let's begin. Separated for over 8 months, yet now more than ever, I start craving her again. Posted by Reddit user GladAd5796.
Been broken up with my girlfriend for 2 months now. We had 2 kids together. The first she was pregnant with when we first met, and the second we both agreed to have because we couldn't picture each other with anyone else at the time. I took the first kid under my care and he is my son. We initially broke up because she wanted to grow. I think it's pretty self-explanatory what she meant by that, especially because of this subreddit. The week after we broke up, her best friend calls me and tells me never to go back to her. I then told her I had no plans to go back anyways, and was verbally abusive to me and the kids. She then explained to me that I was cheated on in the last few months of my relationship. Naturally, I freak out. I was completely floored. I was nothing but loyal and did my best to make her happy during the whole relationship and couldn't fathom why she did it. As our conversation continues, I then find out that she did it on our youngest kid's birthday and planned it at midnight. This guy she did it with knew she was dating me. I know of him and know that he's known for destroying relationships much in the way he did to mine. He usually brags about it to a mutual friend. He also just impregnated his girlfriend and promised to stay faithful. I've been literally broken in half by this whole traumatic experience. First the breakup, and then after giving my all in this relationship, she found it appropriate to cheat on me with this awful seeming guy. I still somewhat care for her, but I have no reason to care. She's drained me financially, emotionally, and abused me constantly. She's a complete narcissistic mess of a person. She's also going out of her way to make me jealous, claiming she has a boyfriend and that they have sex in our bed. Invites one of her guy friends that I knew had feelings for her, and then she brags about having fucked him to my face. I don't know how much more of her mind games I can take. TLDR. Girlfriend of 4 years destroyed a family that we built together and cheated a month before we broke up. Edit. To the people who ever think about messaging me saying I'm stupid for taking on a son that isn't fully mine, save your fucking breath. As far as I'm concerned, you're no better than the woman I left. Calling me stupid and saying I'm now going to waste the next 18 years of my life is a shallow comment if I've ever seen one. I'm raising a boy the right way. I gave him a father that won't give up on him and would do anything for him. Update 1. Can any other single parents relate to this? I've been separated from my ex for 2 months now. The thing that I loved to do was go to fairs with my family. Today is the first day of a fair that we only missed once due to COVID. I don't have the kids this weekend, so I don't get to enjoy it as a family. I went thinking I'd be okay, but I'm far from it. Like, why the fuck did she have to cheat? She just ruined the whole family for the sake of a guy that doesn't even take a second look at her and isn't even interested in a relationship with her. I've been emotionally spiraling for almost an hour now. I just don't fucking get it. She shouldn't even be allowed to have the kids, in my opinion. Cheating is literally so immature. It's proof to me that she can't be a proper parent. She dumps the kids to me all the time for stupid reasons. I just keep coming back to the same fucking question. Why? Why did this have to happen? Why do I not get the kids 100% of the time? It's like I'm being punished for being a loyal and loving boyfriend. I changed so much to make that relationship work and it still bit me in the ass. I'm literally ripping my hair out. Update 2. I met my ex over 4 years ago while she was pregnant and took on her son who would otherwise have no father. He knows me as his only father and he means the world to me. We also have a daughter together who I love just as much. My ex has been getting increasingly toxic to the point of yelling at me for over 5 minutes about stuff that has nothing to do with her. I'm at the breaking point of taking her to court and getting a no contact issued. If I do that, I know she'll take away my son and I'll only get visitation for him, and I have no idea how that would work with no contact. If you were me as fellow step parents, what would you do? Risk your son for the sake of living a life free of stress, or take it safe and deal with her toxic traits and tons of unnecessary phone calls? Any info would be helpful, thanks. Update 3. Check out my previous posts for a background of what I went through during our relationship. Despite everything, I remember all the great times we had, especially those where we faced adversity and helped each other. We had a lot of rough patches with verbal abuse sprinkled in. In these last few months, I've been noticing the woman I knew she was re-emerging. She's been dating someone for 3 weeks now, and I can tell she isn't happy. He's not very supportive as she still looks to me for emotional and physical help. To fill all of you in, she's had 2 car accidents in the last month or so, and this so-called boyfriend hasn't helped her much. I was present at the scene of the second accident, and he was too busy talking with his friends to bother comforting her. She's been relying on me and her best friend to get to work. This guy is literally missing in action all the time. I guess what frustrates me is I did a lot better than this, and I don't know how she's tolerating behavior like this. I would have gotten a half-hour lecture on how to be a supportive boyfriend if I acted like him. To make this worse, she was flirting with me for the first 2 weeks of her relationship with him, so I'm starting to catch a bit of feelings again. Lately, he's been getting involved in our co-parenting relationship and telling her he's not comfortable with us spending time together with the kids. He got offended at me liking some of her posts. Lately, I've been offending him so much my ex doesn't want me anywhere close to him. She especially doesn't want me talking to him even though he told her he wanted me to apologize for liking her Facebook posts. She knows my opinion on him. I told her, "You need someone more supportive than that. Your friend and I won't always be there to support you." She understands but keeps accepting his bullshit excuses for his shortfalls. I guess it just frustrates me that I loved her unconditionally and it wasn't always reciprocated. Yet she loves this dude unconditionally like I've never seen. I don't get it. I understand I'm acting jealous. To be truthful, I definitely am. But I truly don't understand how some of you seemingly move on so easily from your cheating exes. Am I doing something wrong?
OP, you did nothing wrong in terms of your actions towards others. You are being a good father to another man's children, a good co-parent to a hoe, a very supportive simp, if I do say so myself.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
You are, however, being extremely unfair to yourself by continuing to try and figure out what you did wrong. Why your ex has moved on and seems to be so supportive of her new man. Since I am a very generous creepy uncle, I'll tell you, she respects him. In other words, he has a spine, unlike you. Listen to me, my friend. You have to stop playing the knight in shining armor. Stop being the emotional and physical safety net. Stop liking her posts. Stop telling her what she needs in a new partner. As long as you continue to participate in her life, you will continue to harbor this delusional fantasy that one day she will wake up and realize what she lost. That's stupid. You're being stupid. Work on yourself. You sound like a person with a good heart. Now all you need is a strong mind. Stop looking for validation of your self-worth from your ex. Go no contact except for the kids. Use a co-parenting app and stop hurting yourself by looking to her for answers as to why she didn't value you. The answers are very clear, OP. Good luck, you simp lord. Our next story is from r/Am I the Asshole? Am I the asshole for not telling a friend of mine what my girlfriend does for fun and letting him make an ass of himself at a party? Posted by Reddit user Conscious Pollution.
If I were a shallow person, I would say I hit the jackpot. I 100% hit the jackpot, but not for the reason you might think. I met a young woman, Claire, through my sister last year. They went to college together and they are good friends. I thought that she was incredibly beautiful when I saw her, but I was trying my best not to be the creepy older brother hitting on his little sister's friends. We talked a little bit and I asked her about her work since graduating. She gave me a weird look but told me about working in the medical field. I thought it was very interesting work from the sounds of it. After they left, my dad made fun of me for not asking her out. My sister called me last January out of the blue and said I was probably good to contact her friend and ask her out. She said she even put in a good word for me, and that I was going to need it. So I started talking to Claire and we went out for lunch. She is very beautiful, like I said. She is also very smart and driven. She has a future all planned out. I jokingly said I was interested in being part of that future. She said my sister had already half convinced her I was a good idea. We had a few more dates and then we made it official. It's been over a year since our first date and my family loves her and my friends all think I fluked into the greatest relationship ever. Anyways, the party. Whenever I talk about Claire, I mention her work. She studied child psychology and is working on her master's. See, smart. I love bragging all about how she is making the world a better place. At the party, my friend started joking around about her being able to make more money as a model or something. I told my friend he was being an ass talking about her looks and he should drop it. He did not. He even started making Beauty and the Beast comments. He was rude but never vulgar. Just rude. He wouldn't drop it. He may have been a little jealous and drunk. She finally went on her phone and showed him some pictures of herself in the uniform from the job she does for fun. She is a cheerleader for a sports team. She then told him how little the job pays. She spent time explaining to him that she competed in cheer in college and it was a hard sport and that she only auditioned for the professional squad because they do a lot of work with children's charities. She said that she was tired of people like him thinking all she had to offer was her looks. He got embarrassed and left. He called me up later and said I was an asshole for not telling him I'm dating a cheerleader. I said I'm not. I'm dating Claire, a woman who is in her way to being a child psychologist. He said that I should have told him so he wouldn't have been such an ass about her looks. I don't think it's my place to tell people. She doesn't tell everyone. So he's pissed at me for not telling him. He's upset with her for telling him so publicly. I think he was behaving like an ass and should have dropped it when I said so.
Absolutely not the asshole here, OP. Your so-called friend is being very superficial. She mentioned how little she was being paid as a cheerleader and that she only did it because of the charities the team was involved with. This woman has hidden depths. Respect is due. Your friend, however, is an absolute ass, and you might be better off without him. Viewer support is the best way for me to remain independent and continue bringing you these daily videos, which will always be here on my YouTube channel for you to watch absolutely free. So consider clicking that super thanks just below the video title, or you can use my PayPal in the description box down below. Thanks for listening, everyone. If you even somewhat enjoyed today's story, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, and if you really like it, make sure to subscribe to PattSun to never miss a future upload. Stay strong.